I finally feel like you have a solid piece right now as it stands, but you also can look, to the future
Yeah.
about it. But Drew, I want to highlight you a little more. And the reason why is because you are a Michigan guy.
Big
Now,
time.
everybody in the comment section instantly says "Fuck Drew," right? That's probably how people feel at that
Twitter
point.
too.
Yeah, that probably happens. But you got the chance to see Erick All when he was at Michigan. Obviously, he was limited. What could you share a little bit more? What do you think that his long-term outlook or projection here is in Cincinnati, my man?
So when Erick All was at his best at Michigan was probably the 2021 year. He had
Mhm.
the back injury the next year, transferred to Iowa, had the knee injury. Obviously, that's a problem. But when he was at Michigan, that 2021 year, where they really kind of started to turn things around, you look at him, you see a floor for him. I think fully healthy, his floor is CJ Uzama, and that's not gonna shatter the world for anybody. I love CJ, great guy when he was in Cincinnati, but he kind of was what he was. But he has the ability to be almost like a George Kittle type. I've been a big Erick All believer. Maybe I'm a homer. I say that all the time, but I think that he's really the crown jewel of the draft class. I think McLaughlin has a spot, but I think Erick All is the guy that could really turn into like a really top level tight end. That maybe if Gesicki plays himself out of a contract like we've seen, we saw that with I just drew a blank. Hayden Hurst, yeah, and then CJ got his money from the Jets. So if Gesicki plays his way out of the Bengals price range, I think next year Erick All is the guy that could really step in and still bring that dynamic element to the offense. But Gesicki's the most athletic tight end Burrow's had in his entire career, whether he lines up out wide or not. Or they could line him up at the actual true tight end spot and give an element to the offense that they've never had too. But I also know he spent most of his career lining out wide. So when it comes to McLaughlin or Hudson, you're not going to hide any one of those guys on the practice squad. I think there's too much tape from Hudson, even from last year when he got chances against the Bengals, that he's not gonna last on your practice squad. So you got to roster him. And where do they make that up? I mean, you're looking at two active running backs right now. I know that's roster gymnastics. Trevion will be back, but they've had to go thin somewhere else. So we'll just see how it all plays out. But I think it's a very good move to keep as many of these talented guys in your building as you can. And